Yeah. So this one's subject is just starting out. I know you probably get this a lot, but I noticed there's a ton of different things now in the Demon than when I did a free trial last year. Wow. Welcome back. I just signed up for Demon Live after looking at your website and socials, and I'm super excited. I've never studied before. I know it's important to do a diagnostic, but what do you do after that? Or what do I do after that? What section do you recommend I focus on first? How do I make sure I keep my skills up, especially since I'm planning on taking the LSAT next year? Thanks, Jay.
I like the first step of doing a diagnostic. People are
Yep.
really afraid of doing that, but you got to just rip off the Band-Aid and just do it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to do that yet. I'm not ready. I got to watch another lesson. No, you got to do a problem, figure out why you failed, and then do another one. That's how you
You got
learn
to
how
get
to
rid of the
speak.
stigma around failing, right? It's just, you got to
Yes.
try things and fail.
Failure is your first step to success.
Yeah. And then Jay says, what section do you recommend I focus on first? I think there's two things wrong with that.
Yeah.
The first is you probably shouldn't be focusing on one section at a time. You should be dividing your study evenly over the three different scored section types
Yep.
broadly, right? Base rate, our
Yeah.
base assumption is 1/3 each, probably reading comp, LR, and games.
We get
Be a
this
little
question a
more.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's because people like have this like, oh, I'm gonna get this section down and then I'm gonna turn to the next section.
No such
And
thing.
it's like working out. It'd be like running
Exactly.
for a triathlon for a long time. He's finally getting fast enough and be like, okay,
Yeah.
now I'm gonna start working on swimming. What? And then
Yeah.
you're gonna lose your running ability? No.
Right. Should I work on my offense or defense first? Like I'm going to get super good at offense and
Yeah.
then I'll start working. No, you're going to just play basketball, get good at everything, all different
Yeah.
aspects of the game. It's more fun that
Yeah.
way. And I mean, it's just broadly, you shouldn't be focusing on any one area first. It's some of our very worst students come to us with that. I don't know where they got that idea, but they're like, I've decided that I'm going to study the logical reasoning for 3 months. And then once I have that, then I'm going to move on to the other stuff. And they're scoring like 130. And it's just like, no,
Yeah.
you've got room for improvement in every section. And you should start making,
Yeah.
basic improvement in all areas is your fastest route to success.
But they show up and they're like, yeah, I really gotta work on games, but I'm fine with logical reasoning and reading comp. And you're like, oh, where are you scoring? Well, I scored a 148. Well, that
You're not
means you
fine
have to
in
be
any
struggling
section. Right.
everywhere. Yeah.
Right. The other thing is, Jay, the whole point of doing your diagnostic is to figure out your weaknesses. And I don't know, maybe you're a natural at this shit. Maybe you're going to ace the reading comp and logical reasoning on your first attempt and just suck at the games. I mean, that was my profile, right? I mean, some people do score like 170 something on their first test. And those types of people sometimes do have just, oh, you don't know how to do the games yet.
Yeah.
Okay, but that is a result that, of your practice test, that diagnostic can give you that information. We're not going to just tell you out of the blue which section to work on. You basically need to work on your weaknesses more than your strengths.
Yeah.
So that's the point of doing diagnostics. Figure out what you're struggling with, figure out where you're failing, and then correct those failures. How do I make sure I keep my skills up, especially since I'm planning on taking the LSAT next year? Novices sometimes have this idea that they need to schedule their LSAT 9 months from now.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense. Jay, you have the best LSAT prep available. So why don't you, Jay, why don't you figure out when you're exactly going to take your first LSAT after a month or two of prep? I mean, work really hard, do a bunch of diagnostics, figure out where you're at, And then as soon as your LSAT, your practice scores get where you want them, then you need to start taking the official test. So I don't know why you're deciding that you need to, you know, why you're deciding in advance that you need to take the test way out next year.
Yeah, you start taking practice tests once a week, maybe once every other week. And then when you get those scores, you start seeing them and you say, okay, these scores are close to where I want to be officially. And then you sign up for the test. Then you go you keep studying until that test. It's only going to be like 2 months away at most at that point.
Awesome. Okay. Thanks, Jay. Welcome to the Demon. Please come say hi to me in class. I'm teaching every Tuesday, Thursday night, and some other times as well. Ben has office hours on Tuesdays. Come say hi to us, but also come say hi to Kaylin and all the rest of our awesome team. Cool.